I will supply you with those sources. Those 150,000 spelling mistakes, as you call them, change in many places names and dates and complete things from the actual story. Now, if we have one diamond that's worth $100 million, and it's 5 carat, 10 carat diamond, and that's an original one. Each one of the people here took out of his pocket one diamond and threw it at me, and my original diamond fell and got mixed with all of them. And they're all an exact copy of the original one, but they're all Russian fake diamonds. It's very hard to tell the difference, if you know what I mean. Even experts sometimes cannot get fooled by it. Now, it's a fact that one of them is an original diamond. It's worth fortune. Since it got mixed with 150,000 diamonds, even if one of them was really given by God, it's worthless because it got lost. Go find it now. So that's what I'm trying to... Wait. Yeah. But you're not letting me finish. I'm just about to finish. You cut me. One more sentence. The point is like this. If a book is divine, just that you know, in Torah, if you take a Sefer Torah, when you take it out, everyone rise. If it falls on the floor, people are fasting. We give a lot of respect. It's the book of God. And I'm sure you would rise also as respect to God as giving the Old Testament. But if one letter is missing, it lost all its holiness. If I take a Torah from here and put it in a suitcase and send it with El Al to Israel, believe me, you lost all your friends. Threw the Torah, they threw it in the luggage. But if I had missing letters in it, it lost its value. Why? If it's divine, it must be perfect. If it's 99.9, it's not divine. It's human. Find me the original New Testament. Can you point to that?
None of us have the original manuscript. We don't have the original Mosaic manuscript.
Sure we do.
No, we don't.
Sure we do.
The oldest text that we have are the Dead Sea Scrolls. We do not have anything older than the
Incorrect.
Scrolls.
Not true. Incorrect.
Well, I can point out a lot of rabbinic scholars who would challenge you on that, and not only challenge you, but they would also say Moses didn't even exist, let alone write it. Now that doesn't mean, now of course I don't go along with that, but just because you can come up with critics, and Yosef mentioned New Testament critics who take issue with the New Testament, you can find Old Testament critics who take issue with the Old Testament and where it came from.
Right. Now, if a person will walk into the room and give you this book, and you hold the book, and he just told you, I received it from God. And you say, how do I know it's from God? He tells, I'll give you a week to test. If you find one mistake in this book, then you know God doesn't make mistakes. So you ask him, what kind of mistakes you're talking about? I mean, he asks you, what kind of mistakes? Say, geographical mistake, mathematical mistake, dates, contradictions. So you may say, okay, give me a week. I'll check it carefully. You open it in the first page, and you find the Twin Towers collapsed in Brooklyn. You have beautiful stories. God just gave him the book, he claimed. And you see, the Twin Towers just collapsed. They give you a date. Maybe the date is correct, whatever. It's irrelevant right now. It collapsed in Brooklyn. You, as an intelligent person, and I'm sure you are, I saw it. So I want to ask you a question, but give me an honest answer. Would you waste another second, continue to review the rest of the book, or you feel it's a waste of time? He just told you it's from God. And inside it said the Twin Towers collapsed in Brooklyn. Please answer this. Would you waste a minute after that, or you go to more valuable things to do? Shh.
You want my answer?
An honest answer, please.
And you won't cut me off.
No, I'm waiting.
If I found, I have to admit, if I found in the New Testament that there were contradictions that couldn't be explained, say, from copyist errors or something of that matter, it would seriously undermine my belief in the New Testament. But let me just add this, that I acknowledge, huh? You were afraid I would add something.
No, in America there's always a but.
But that's, things are nuanced. You need buts. That's why they put that in the language. Buts are important.
Take the time for your but. Kadila, let's go.
But what if what if I find such incredible wisdom in the New Testament? What if, through a relationship with Christ, I find that through this relationship and through His wisdom, I'm miraculously changed? What if, wait, let me, you said you wouldn't, wait a second, you said you wouldn't interrupt me. Let me finish. I've been...
This person, he doesn't know. I mean, we're talking somebody right now came from the street. Please.
Must I follow your rules exactly? Do I have not a little bit of room to answer it the way that I can?
Give you permission to follow.
You see, one reason, and I appreciate the fact that Yosef talks about evidence. Thank you. And reasons to believe. I really appreciate the fact that he wants to base his faith on solid ground. I do too. And there are many reasons that I believe in the New Testament. One reason I believe in the New Testament is a personal reason. The reason I came to Christ is that Christ changed my life. I was a crazy, mixed-up kid. I saw 5 PhD psychologists or psychiatrists, and they were all highly recommended, and each one of them left me worse off than I was before. I have been following Christ now for 31 years, and it's only been getting better. And the more I study the Word, and also the Old Testament too, the more I study that, the more I see such wonders in wisdom and understanding. Wisdom that can only come from a divine source.
You know that
does somebody have questions? Because you're probably getting bored just listening to the two of us.
Anybody here is bored? No. Wait. You know that what you just said, it's not a scientific proof, because Muslims can swear that Quran makes their life so much better, and Hindus and all other cults. So that's really not an indication that shows that religion is true. But going back to my question that I asked you, thank you for your honest answer. So obviously, a normal human being with common sense, not a genius, a normal human being, you don't have to be extra smart. If a person will claim that this book is from God, and I opened it and I saw in one page that the Twin Towers collapsed in Brooklyn, I tell him, my friend, I gave you your chance, you lost it. You blew it. Thank you very much, I'm a busy person. Fair? I gave him the chance. I took a week, I reviewed the book. I got lucky. After an hour, I found that mistake. Please explain me.
One question. Not a whole. I am limited in paper.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Ask me one
All right. Go ahead. No. Please. Me or you? Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean. Yeah. Please explain me. How does it say in the New Testament that the cave of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is in the city of Nablus, when every person in the world that knows a little bit Israel and knew Israel for the past generations know that the cave of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is in the city of Hebron? How can it be such mistake in a divine book? God, yes, here you go. It says like this.
In the New Testament, where is it at, so I can find it?
It says here, it says Jacob was very...
Where in the New Testament, though?
I don't have, in this particular time, I don't have the source.
Wait. I can't answer a question where I can't find the reference.
No, in most of the places that I caught him, I wrote the sources. And this particular one, I don't have the source, but I will prove you that it exists. I mean, we read it. Okay. Also, well, now it's too late to get it, but I'll get it to you maybe even today. We'll see. But, no, well, maybe I'll email it to you. Okay. All right, but let's agree one thing. If I'm going to prove to you that the New Testament says that the cave where Jacob was buried, even though the Torah says that it's in Hebron, it's in the city of Nablus. Is the argument over, or you continue to come up with new opinions and new arguments? Based on what you said before,
I complimented you before, Yosef, because you were asking substantive questions.
Yes.
What this question is not as rich and as substantive as some of the others that you were asking. I really don't know what to say about that, and until you find the reference from me, I really don't know how to answer you.
Okay, but I'm repeating my question. If I will find you the source and show you where it is, I have it in my house. It's just a matter of an hour. You'll have it in an email when I get home. When I get you the source and show you...
Do you have the New Testament?
Sure.
We'll find the source.
Well, maybe I have a help here from a good friend of mine sitting somewhere here. He will help us to find the source. I told you before we started, and I am sure you believe me, that before I say something, I check myself at least 5 times. You have to check yourself twice, but I check myself at least 5 times. So it's only a matter... Shh, no, please, concentrate on what we have here. This is the stage right here. So please, if I'm repeating my question to you, because it's a matter of moments or matter of hours. If I show you that the New Testament, which you claim God gave it, and has such a geographical mistake that it's obviously impossible that God doesn't know where the New Testament, when the cave is this the end of the argument, or we're going to have to continue to prove? That's my question to you.
At first I said I wasn't going to ask you, but you make such a persuasive case for an answer. I will try to answer. Now, it's probably not going to be the type of answer you like, but I don't know if I can satisfy you on this. But the reason that we believe in something or we don't believe in something, it usually doesn't hinge on a simple little word or a simple little fact. If I find so many reasons to believe in the New Testament, if I believe in the miracles, if I believe, and I think a much more meaningful thing to pursue would be the prophecies of Jesus, about the many prophecies that show